Your own thoughts are either going to build you or destroy you. I remember a time earlier in my life where my mind was on autopilot. I would catch myself thinking negative thoughts, random negative thoughts, because my mind was out of control. I would literally be sitting around and visualize myself in a car crash, visualizing myself in a bad relationship, bad things happening, almost imagining the worst case scenario. And I'm telling you right now, it's completely possible to reverse this and get yourself thinking positively. All you got to do is reprogram your subconscious mind. If you don't reprogram your subconscious mind, your mind will act wild. They say an idle mind is the devil's playground, and I believe this to be true. You have to sit down, consciously think thoughts that you want to think. Consciously think about the best case scenario, good things happening to you on the constant. Because when I came to the realization that your mind will act the way it wants to act if you don't take control, I went around and I asked friends and I asked family, how often a day do you think negative thoughts? I had my little cousin tell me maybe 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day. I'll have a random thought. Same thing, car crash, getting into a fight, just random thoughts, just letting your mind go wild. Had another friend say maybe an hour, have another friend say maybe 3, 4 hours. Why is it that so many people, so many men are experiencing the same thing? Thinking negative thoughts, thinking worst case scenario. Maybe it's a survival mechanism in the brain, or maybe it's just not actively controlling your mind state throughout your day, which you should be doing. From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, you should be in control about what your thoughts process and what they visualize for you. You should be in control of the reality that goes on inside your own mind so you can be consciously manifesting good things in this reality around you. I don't think it's any surprise that the suicide rate is so high with single men because of the fact that we're all thinking negative thoughts so often. If the average man is thinking 1 to 3 hours of negative thoughts and still progressing through life, think about what the man who's thinking who's actually going through a struggle. Think about the man who's going through a divorce. Thinking about the man who's going into deep debt. How often does his mind think negatively? How often does his mind act on autopilot? So what I'm telling you to do today, as a man, trying to get your mental health in order, try to make a change. Wake up, and from the minute you wake up, speak thoughts of gratitude in your mind. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for my food. I'm grateful for my girlfriend. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for the clothes on my body, the running water in the faucet. Speak good thoughts as soon as you wake up in the morning. As soon as your eyes open, speak gratitude. When you do that, you put your body in a certain vibration to start the day. When you start the day out right, you're likely to progress through the day thinking good thoughts. If you wake up and you move through the motions, gotta go brush my teeth, gotta take a shower, you don't even think about doing these things. These things are autopilot. So if you wake up and you're already moving on autopilot, you're likely to do this throughout the day. What we want to do here is consciously set our frequency, consciously set our paradigm, consciously set our thought process for the day. Wake up, speak gratitude. If you have to write it down, even better to write gratitude. You should be journaling your dreams anyway. You should be journaling your thoughts anyway. Put everything good that's in here, your ideas, your creativity, your good thoughts, put it on paper. Make sure that the world and the universe has it in this three-dimensional realm. If you want it to come to life faster, you bring everything that's in here, your thoughts, which are intangible, you can't touch them, you put it onto something in this world that you can touch, that you could feel. You already brought the thoughts out. So wake up, speak gratitude on paper, write it down, first thing. Go to the mirror, say it in the mirror, say good things about yourself, think highly of yourself. I'm full of life, I'm full of love, I'm full of energy. Think highly of yourself. Speak highly of yourself. If you want to get that mental health in order, if you want to get your thoughts under control, you have to speak these things to yourself throughout the day. Same thing. Anytime you go to work, anytime you step outside the house, if you catch your mind drifting, stop, breathe, and take control. Revisualize, reaffirm positive patterns, positive affirmations in your mind. There's no excuse for men to be out here thinking negative thoughts. This is why we get so depressed. This is why we lose energy. This is why we feel fatigued throughout the day. What you want to do, like I said, set your own frequency, set your own tone for the day, for your life. This will improve your life. Having good processed thoughts up here will program every single cell in your body to be behaving and acting accordingly. There's no excuse for young men to be low on energy and down on themselves and unconfident around women. These things need to stop. I see so many men who are unconfident, who think they can't get the girl. When they're a man with testosterone running through their body, they are programmed and designed to get the girl, to get the job, to get the gains in the gym, to get everything. That's all inside of you. There was many times in my life where I was down on myself, not just because the thoughts were acting out of control, but because I was just thinking negative in general. I was listening to bad music. I was watching dark, disturbing movies. I was watching the corn videos. I was doing so many things that didn't apply to the vibration that I desired in life. To this day, I still have this battle. Especially as we're growing and we gain more responsibility, we all think certain thoughts that don't benefit us. But the important thing is to have the positive thoughts always outweigh the negative thoughts. Don't just let the negative thoughts take control. You have to take action and say, stop that shit. Stop it. Stop visualizing that. Now we're going to go on to this. I see myself in the gym making gains. I see myself talking to that beautiful girl and she's feeling me and she's vibing with me. I'm seeing my bank account fill out with money. I'm seeing my business improve. I'm seeing my speech improve. You have to visualize the person you want to become to set yourself in that vibration and on the trajectory towards that person. That person is already in existence. You just have to set the vibration and the foundation right now to become that person progressively. All right. So think positive thoughts. It is imperative you think positive thoughts. When you do so, before too long, you're going to start seeing your environment change around you. You're going to start attracting more positivity around you, more positive situations, more positive people. You know, I grew up in a household. My mother was always saying I'm broke. Money doesn't grow on trees. I got bills. I got this. If you focus on this kind of mind state, you will not see the growth. If you say I'm broke, you will be broke. If you say money doesn't grow on trees, well, money ain't going to fall out of the air to you. I've seen people who are rich say that they're rich. They always have money. Finances are always coming. My business is always growing. They're in the mindset. They're in the hustle. And lo and behold, the money comes. The money comes. They don't worry. They know that there's an infinite supply of currency out there, an infinite supply of money out there, and good things are coming and the growth will happen. If not, they're going to hop into something else and keep it going. The best people in business and entrepreneurship, the best people who are wealthy and have the most knowledge are the most positive people in life. They are positive. If you watch Dragon Ball Z, I love Dragon Ball Z. Look how positive Goku is. Look at how positive he always is. Look at how negative Vegeta is. Vegeta is always second place, sometimes third place, sometimes fourth place because of his negative mindset. He believes that his negative attitude and his ego is what he needs to make him stronger, when in fact it's that happy-go-lucky looking for strength. I'm always happy. I'm always training. I'm always feeling good. That's what gets you propelling forward in life. That feel-good attitude. That nothing is a problem attitude. I already have the strength. I'm looking forward to getting stronger. I gotta train. I gotta go harder. Goku has the perfect mindset of any cartoon character I've ever seen in my life. Obviously, this newer one, he's a little goofy or whatever, but he really has that mindset that every man should have. The man never thinks negatively. It should be an inspiration to any man who's watched this to never think negatively. As a matter of fact, most of these main anime characters or main story characters, they don't think negatively. Maybe at one time when they did think negatively, they are unsure of themselves. But when they start to get sure of themselves, when they start to believe, like Neo from the Matrix, when he started to believe, he was the strongest. He had everything. The Matrix broke and molded towards him and what he wanted to do with it. Same goes for you. The second you start to believe that you can and you will and everything is available to you, that's when things start coming to you. That's when energy starts moving towards you. Energy doesn't attract to negativity. It attracts to a positive vessel. It attracts to an abundance of positivity. So you have to think from the moment you get up to the moment you go to sleep. Make sure you are thinking positive thoughts. Do not allow room for negativity in your body. If someone even brings negativity to you, you have to kindly dismiss them. You have to kindly tell them that they are not matching your frequency. I don't care if your friends are talking shit about you because you started reading books, because you started hitting the gym, because you quit smoking, quit drinking, whatever it may be. Don't let them bring their negativity to you. They do not support your growth if they're bringing negativity to you. If you want to choose this positive life, if you want to choose this positive way of thinking, you need to only introduce yourself to positivity. Listen, I'm a kind of dude, I love hip hop music. I have loved hip hop music since I was young. It just spoke to me in every single way. But I can only do so much with this negative aspect of hip hop music. This I fucked your girl, I got more money than you, all this braggadocious shit. Why would you listen to another man tell you he can get your girl? Why would you listen to another man tell you that you don't have as much money as him? You will always make yourself second place to someone. Try listening to some music that uplifts you, that pushes you forward, that motivates you, that drives you. I know it's all in the perspective, but in reality, the person you're listening to sometimes has a frequency that he thinks he's better than you. He's putting that on you while you're listening to it. You don't want that. You don't want sexual deviance in your ear trying to put you down. You don't want to think these thoughts. You need to think positive thoughts about you, about your relationship, about your friends, about your relationship with your business, your money, your growth in life, your spiritual growth. Positive thoughts will set you free, all right? So learn to flip the negative into a positive any chance you get. If people are attacking you verbally around you, build yourself up to a point where you can take that negativity and allow it to propel you forward rather than taking in that negativity and letting it weigh you down and becoming negative yourself. Don't send negativity back to people. There's no point. You can't change a negative person into a positive person with simple talk. You can't change a negative person into a positive person with returning negativity, all right? Learn to shield yourself in your own positivity. Learn to turn the other cheek sometimes if it means saving your vibration. This is about changing your thoughts from negative to positive, which will ultimately help you move forward in life, in business, in relationships, spiritually progress you. Peace, love, knowledge, and protection to you and yours. This is Takal Bay from Temple Alchemy. Think positive, man. Think positive thoughts. It's important, all right? I'm out.